So we'll start with, let's see what record I can find first. Probably need to print some new ones. Might have some extra ones somewhere. But here's King Yo's.
Yeah.
So here's a spare. Let's see.
There's a power called super flexibility. What?
Power called what?
Wait, hold on. I just read super agility. Exceptional balance, reflex and coordination. That's the regular. That's a regular fucking person that has really good flexibility.
Like Neo from the Matrix?
More like the guy that Indian guy from Street Fighters, the Buddhist guy. I don't know which one. What his name? But super agility. Put that there.
The one with the stretchy arms?
Yes, he's really flexible.
Dalsim, right?
Yeah.
Dalsim? Yeah.
Super agility.
Yoga flame! Yoga fire!
Yoga.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm very peaceful. I like to practice yogi and yoga, keep my mind ready, and I also have baby skulls around my neck. Because of peace. These are peace skulls.
Super intelligence. Duplication.
Alright, so King
No.
Yo, your character ZRILL has 1 copper. Is there anything you need to do before we start today?
I don't know, I'm pretty sure I have some rations from before. I got like the dried fish, you know. I'm alright, I don't need anything.
Okay,
Got my
yeah.
big back instead. I got my big club.
Let's see.
I'm
After
ready
your
to
last
bash the
adventure...
brain.
Yeah, okay. I can see that your character is down. He no longer has any rations left, I think. But he does have some saltfish. Because he had to eat the rations. Let's see.
That makes sense, yeah. I think I had like a ration for the day or something.
And then you ate the other 2
Or
later.
a day's worth.
Yeah. You're gonna heal 1 to 3 hit points today. Do you want to use the dice spot, or should I roll, or do you have your own
1 to
dice?
3, I can heal? Am I dying?
You have 1 hit point.
Oh shit, yeah, heal me please.
Okay.
With the dice move.
Alright. So you're gonna get 2 hit points back, but you have a constitution bonus of +1, so you get full hit point recovery.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's some good stuff. Okay. This door fucking hurt.
This door hurts.
Yeah, that door really sucked last time.
Why did we do that?
And then Kyle, do you have any preparations before we start?
How much copper do I have? I'm pretty sure I have 0 copper. Or do I have 1 left over?
You've got 13.
13!
Yeah.
Some of the group did... Wait, hold on. I don't remember having 13 copper last time. Well, I guess I'm buying rations.
Did you... Yeah, I think you have 13. It says 13 there, so...
Okay. I'll buy rations for the group. I'll use 3 of my copper.
Running. Well,
Okay. You want to feed the party breakfast this morning?
Yep. A healthy party means a good adventure.
Yeah, well fed. Let's see. Alright. That's it for you, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
What should do with
Then Wiffle?
10 extra call.
For your ability scores, do you want to use your own dice? Do you want to use the bot, or should I roll it for you?
Wait, who? What?
For
I
Wiffle,
fold.
our new player, or old but
Oh,
Oh, hey, sorry. We'll let the dice. We'll let the dice decide.
okay. You don't want to use the bot.
Nah.
All right. Your strength is 11. Your intelligence is 16.
Okay, this is looking very good so far.
Your wisdom is 13.
God damn.
Wow. Okay, this is just my lucky day. Holy crap.
Your dexterity is 14.
Guys, this is crazy.
Constitution is 10.
Okay. Okay, this is the dumb stuff. This is the bad
And then
stuff.
the charisma is 8.
Alright. I'm just really ugly. Not really ugly.
Slightly. All right. Go ahead and roll.
Kinda ugly. Just kinda.
For hit points, you have 1 to 4. So let's roll for that. You have a +0 adjustment. So you're starting with 1 hit point.
Oh god, okay. We can work with this.
And then money-wise, you've got 8 coppers. So you're going to need some footwear. The cheapest right now is sandals, which costs 3 coppers. So you've got 5 left. And then for clothing, a sackcloth is usually about 5 coppers. So you'll buy a short or light sackcloth, basically, which is like, normally a sackcloth covers your torso and your upper legs area, like your crotch, but you're gonna have to buy one that's more like a shirt, so a short sackcloth, and you'll need some wraps to cover your crotch. Total price is 4 coppers, leaves you with 1. With your last copper, how would you like to spend it? Sackcloth is like one of the cheapest forms of clothes. Let's see. So you've got 1 you can freely spend.
First. I'm not sure. Wait, maybe you could. Wait,
So some recommendations.
have you chosen it?
Oh, go ahead.
Wait. Have I chosen a class yet?
Oh, sure. You'll still pick a class. However, you are level 0 at the start. You don't have any experience or skill or training in your job yet until you start adventuring naturally and doing your job.
Alright. So, because
So you can still assign yourself a role. Either cleric, fighter, magic user, thief, dwarf, elf, or halfling, or one of the 2 house
my
room
highest is
classes.
dexterity, right?
Nope, your highest is intelligence. Dexterity is 14.
Sorry, wait. In that case, magic would be the best, probably.
Yeah, magic user would be best for you, or cleric or thief.
I think I'm gonna take. Wait, do we have a cleric on us right now?
No.
No, we have 2
Alright,
fighters.
I'm support, guys. I'm taking cleric.
Okay.
Taking 1 for the team.
And then, okay. Options for armor. I'm gonna need that since I'm one hit man right now.
Yeah, so you only got 1 copper left, so you can't afford any armor, basically.
Alright, that's
With 1
fine.
copper, something that you need to do your job. Clerics are in charge of dealing with the undead. So you might have to fight against undead. Alright. Sophia60 is in the chat, I guess. If you want to join our group, there's a invite into the group chat on our Twitch homepage if you want to join in. Anyway.
I do not have Twitch, so.
No, that's for
unfortunately-
not for you. I was talking about someone in the chat.
What? Okay.
You're already in our Discord.
Wait, sorry. Sorry.
Hit me up on Discord. Sophia 60.
Okay, anyway. Let's see, where do we leave off? Yeah, we were trying to figure out what to get you for gear. So if you want to help the party against undead, you'll need maybe either tools equipped to help fight against undead, or supplies. What would you prefer? Weapons or tools or supplies to help you fight against undead or deal with the undead?
Well, seeing as we have fighters right now, take the supplies.
Supplies? Alright, so for now you might just get yourself like a candle or a torch so you can light the way against the undead. Some undead are, you know, afraid of the light. So with a torch you might be able to do something against them, at least see them, reveal their positions. Would that be fine with you, or do you want to go with something else? A torch is multi-function supply tool weapon, right?
Right. You know, we'll take the torch, and then
That's all you
I'm
can
not
afford.
sure what else to.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, there's nothing else you can get. There's sticks and stones;
Fair
those are
enough.
free.
Okay.
Do you want a stick or stone? You already have a torch, so you only have one extra hand.
I'll just keep this. I'll just keep my other hand empty.
Okay. All right, that wraps up preparations. So when you guys get back, we'll start the adventure. We'll set the scene and take action. All right. So take a 5-minute break. Come back in 5, ready to play.
All right.
Holy shit. Interesting. I know the taste surprised me. Choose anything, I don't mind. Sure, yeah. Oh, actually, never mind. Let's try the fish and chip. Fish and chip. Fuck! Holy shit, I'm exhausted. Alright. Density control. Intangibility, that's something new. Becomes intangible. Sorry. Stupid. Who's texting me? Or is it someone new coming on? Could it be? Could it be? No. Do, 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 do. Do. Hmm. 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 Blah, blah, blah.
Alright, guys, I think it's been about 5 minutes. Are we back
Yep.
from the break?
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, just waiting on Whiffle.
Yep, I'm here. Hello.
Alright, welcome back. Alright. So as of today, the party is currently, I think, in the village of Togen. That's where we left off. They, the last group, they visited the old sandstone tower northeast of Togen and the barren grassy hills along the northern coast. And after a visit to that tower, they found something very dangerous. One of our crew members were killed in action, right? They were touched and left behind as these things grabbed onto him. Whatever they were extremely dangerous, it seemed, and they took hold of our crew member. His name was it Oliver? We haven't had a casualty in a while, so Oliver was the first one to die in a long while, right? So he was grabbed and killed possibly by those monsters, and the party fled all the way back to Togen. It was a strange encounter, and who knows where we're gonna maybe go back or not, right? So today we're joined by only two older characters who have been around for a while, so ZRILL and Max, and the one new character, Whiffle's character. Whiffle, what would you like to name your new character?
We'll go with TOOSIE. TOOSIE, yeah.
How do you spell that?
TOOSIE.
Sure. Alright, so TOOSIE, the cleric, has recently joined the party, right? So Max and ZRILL, you've got a new guy on your team, right? He carries a torch, he wears a sackcloth, a short sackcloth, So it only covers his torso, right? It's just a sack with holes in it. And he's a poor, you know, holy man who recently joined your crew, right? Maybe after hearing about signs of undead at the sandstone ruins northeast of here, right? So today, you're in Togen, which is a small mining community. It's a decently sized village, actually, but still small in relative comparison to other settlements. So, out here in Togen, they mostly, of course, live off the mountains, right? They mine here, they forage and hunt, do a little bit of crafting and wood cutting out here in the valley, but there's a limited amount of trees out in the valley, right? And the terrain is not the greatest for construction as well. So it's not very flat out here. Very limited. Anyway, though, your party is currently at base camp, which is a small campfire on the outskirts of the town, or the village, I mean. So, out of the public view, kind of in a more private area, or at least a safe distance away from the rest of the settlement. What would you like to do from here? You guys want to pay a visit to Togen, or something else?
Mm,
You can also
guys.
go ahead.
I don't know. I just feel like traveling around. I'll just follow you guys and bonk whatever we find.
We can't go back to that place since one of our members died. We have no idea how many creatures are there in there. Well, how many of those?
Honestly, I kind of do want to go back to the ruins, the sandstone ruins, with like a
Really?
spike. Yeah, so that we can like spike the door closed.
The main entrance?
Yeah.
Or... It's risky.
Or we can just go to the, maybe we just drag up to the top floor and spike, but maybe just spike one of the door. I don't know, maybe.
It's risky though, because we don't know if they're also, although there might be undead, it's kind of risky because we don't know if one of them could be outside.
Yeah, that's true too.
And God knows how fast they can run.
True.
So it's best not to head back.
All right, what about anyone want to try their hand at mining? I think I got a small pick.
Actually, that doesn't sound like a bad idea.
Yeah, we'll get to go to a cave. Let's ask around.
Yeah, we could help out. Probably there might be creatures in there.
Yeah, there might be.
We would like to ask the locals, the villagers, if there is a nearby cave that has been checked out yet.
There's a local mine in here in Togen, but that's a controlled area, right? Only authorized personnel can go and work in there. If you go and work in there, you'll be simply a laborer, spending the day mining away at an area that they designate you are allowed to work. And then from there, you don't get to keep anything that you, of course, mined, but you do get a daily wage, right? They'll provide you the gear. They'll provide you, of course, certain pay, depending on your role in your skill set in the process of course, extracting this ore. This is not a very, easy task to get done without proper training, right? So an actual miner can't just go in there and just carve away. There's a lot of safety precautions that they have to take, and a lot of skills and techniques you have to use to mine properly so that you mine safely for yourself and for the rest of the mine and for other miners, and of course to extract the most resources safely as possible. There's a certain amount of skill that goes into it. You can't just walk in and dig away, right? So if you do want to start mining, you will have to actually go through some on-the-job training and all of that. Would you be interested in becoming a miner instead of an adventurer?
Shit. Nah, okay, yeah, that's actually a good argument. That's a really good argument.
You can if you want. It's just it might take you multiple sessions to finish your training.
Guys, let's not be minors, guys.
I don't want to be kid. I don't want to be kid. But
Now,
I
if
guess
you're
mine
not sure
is
what
what?
you're supposed to do, just a reminder, the three of you are adventurers. That's your current job. That's what you're currently skilled at doing and capable of doing. Going out to find loot or treasure, or if you're brave enough, going out to find monsters or enemies to hunt, right?
Yeah. So we can walk
I'm
through the
feeling
woods and
brave.
wait for encounters.
Yeah, guys,
That's
I'm
good.
feeling brave.
Now, assuming
on,
that
but-
your crew is still fairly new, which they are actually, I do not recommend combat. I recommend simply wandering the lands in search of treasure, right? Ruins to explore, lost and ancient places, places with great resources. The most resourceful grids on the map are usually mountain grids. So venturing out into other mountains in search of, valuable resources, whether that be ore or gems or metal or minerals, valuable resources will be your go-to, right? The most valuable
One of
resources
us
that are
has a
the easiest to
pickaxe,
carry
right?
would be like, gems,
We do.
gold, right? So looking for gold, looking for raw gems, looking for. You probably want to search for things that are small, carry weight with high value. That would be your biggest bang for your buck, right? Like that would be the most profitable, right? You can of course go out and dig dirt and sell dirt. You can go, of course, go cut down trees and sell wood, right? But that's a lot of weight for the amount of value, right? A lot of maybe more work than it's worth, right? So that's why you're an adventurer. You're gonna take high risk. You're gonna look for high priority or very valuable resources that you can sell very quickly, right? And make profit a lot quicker. It's more dangerous, more fast paced, more valuable, right? So I mean, if you want to take it the slow route and go dig up dirt or go mine some stone or dig a road or something, you can do that. It just might take you hundreds of games to make any progress.
It's true, but you also never know what you're gonna find. I want to talk to someone in the village. Which one am I in? Am I in
We're in Togen
Togen
currently, the mining town.
We're in Togen.
Yeah, the mining village.
I want to ask someone around town. Let me talk to like the blacksmiths.
Okay, sure. All right, so as you head off to talk to a blacksmith, let's see what the rest of the party will be doing today. So I know Kyle, your character Max, was maybe interested in talking to some of the miners to get some information about other caves you might want to explore. Do you want to still do that? Or you have a basic idea about the local cave? If you want to go in there to mine, you'll have to go through some training, of course. You'll have to become an authorized miner.
I'll follow Chris.
You'll
Zrill.
drill? Okay.
Drill.
Sure.
Zrill.
That's me. I'm Mr. Riz.
Alright, and let's fix
Were
your
you there
name,
when
Wiffle.
Were you there when I met that girl in the tavern? I flexed at her and my muscles bulged and everyone saw it and she was grossed out and left.
Yeah, I was the guy next. I was the guy next to the person. She literally said I didn't like the guy outside who was smoking the fucking cigar.
Well,
Alright, what about
what's the number?
TOOSIE? TOOSIE, are you gonna do something else? Do you want to join them in their I guess they're going out to talk to someone? Or visit the blacksmith, right? Do you want to go with them or something else?
I see. Well, no, actually, I think I could. Wait. The place where the person died. How is that accessible to me?
Yeah, I mean this group, I think they were part of that expedition, at least one of them was.
I was.
This is a recipe for disaster. Is it possible I could go there?
You could. I mean, if you want more information, they're the ones who know about it, right? I just gave you a brief, like, what other NPC or what the characters during their NPC state told you before you joined the team, right? They probably told you about what they last did.
Okay.
Everything that they did was in the reports. You can look into the reports about the party's progress. But
Okay.
it's not necessary, right? It's just if you want to have more information. If you're not sure where it is, I did discuss in the beginning where you could go to find it.
Yeah. No. Okay. I think that I do not want to die immediately. I'm gonna stick with my companions.
Okay, sure. Yeah, so if you're interested, they're out here to the northeast, the sandstone ruins. So you thought about it. Eventually, you catch up to ZRILL and Max, who are off toward the blacksmith of the village. So in Togen, the blacksmith or the forge is built in the valley along the river that flows through the valley, right? It's springtime and it's been raining quite a bit, so the river is flowing pretty nicely right now. But naturally, it's built here because the forge has a mill, right, which helps process, or it helps with production, right? So you're out here at the forge now. What do you want to do? You want to talk to the smith or something else?
Yeah, I want to talk to the smith. I want to walk up to him, compliment his beard, say, "Hey, my father was a blacksmith. Used to make nails and such for farms back in wherever I came from.
Okay.
Yeah. See if he likes that."
As ZRILL talks to the blacksmith and introduces himself, Max, do you want to try or do or say anything?
I'll let ZRILL talk. Proceed to talk to the blacksmith. I'll just look. And this is a shop, right? Or is it just the outpost of the? Wait, shit, never mind.
You're at the
I'll just
blacksmith's forge, right? That's a workshop.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just look. I'll just look around. Just observe the area.
All right. And TOOSIE, anything you want to do here at the forge, at the blacksmith's forge? It's your turn, Whiffle.
Oh,
He's AFK again. Unmute it.
possible.
All right.
Sorry. No. Well, is there? I'm under the impression there's an apprentice normally
Yep. There probably
with
is.
these. Can I go? Let me talk to the apprentice.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna look for that.
All right. So starting with ZRILL,
Okay.
after you've spoke with the blacksmith, let's see how he reacts. Right. You went up to the forge, and he's uncertain of you. Right. He's very confused at who you are or why you're talking with him. Right. He's probably busy this morning, hard at work already. Right. So, processing orders and such. Working the forge. So you go up to him. You're introducing himself and all that, and he's just kind of confused. He's like, "All right. Is there something I can do to help you?"
Yes, I see you're you're a master blacksmith, and I assume you've seen many adventurers coming through. We're always poor and looking for work. Would you happen to know any places around that we could find some adventure?
And he's not sure. He's like, "I'm not too sure at this time, but I'll get back to you. Maybe later. I'll ask around my shop if they know anything."
I'm gonna give him my last copper. I'll be like, "Would this spiel change your mind?"
He's uncertain. He's like, even with that copper piece, which I would appreciate, I don't think I would suddenly know anything about adventuring. I just work the forge here. I'm in charge of this shop.
It's reasonable enough, I guess.
Do you still want to pay him
Well,
the
do you know
copper?
where?
Oh, yeah.
No, I guess not, since he doesn't know about anything. Well, then I'll ask you, are there any lost weapons in the forest around here or in some caves that you might know?
All right, before we continue, with your conversation. We'll come back to you and we'll check out what Max is up to. Max, you're just kind of standing in the background, observing the situation. You're at the forge. You can see that the forge, do you want to know what it looks like? It's just a workshop. It's got the forge itself. It's got, all these tools and racks. It's got the mill. It's got anvils. It's got work tables. It's got a few workers, right? Blacksmith assistants, a lot of production going on here at the forge, right? It's early in the morning, so the shift just started. So people are just kind of getting ready, putting on gear, setting up their shop, right? Or their work tables and such, right? Was there anything in particular you were looking for as you were observing the situation?
I guess just something that catches my eye, but I guess nothing does. So I'll just
What would catch your
walk
eye?
back to the group. Probably like
Treasure? Monsters? None of them are in the area.
we're in the town, but I guess probably like some a weapon that would probably catches my eye, like a good weapon, but I'm pretty sure that would cost a lot.
Okay, well, you do know that the forge also is, in production of the weapons and armor here. So there's weapon and armor production here. There's an armor smith and a weaponsmith that is different from the blacksmith. They are an extension of the forge, right? In different areas of the workshop, right? So there are different kinds of smiths here. The blacksmith will mainly work on normal iron wares, right? Whereas the armor and weaponsmith are more specialized, right? Working on different types.
Oh,
Is that something
I
that interests you?
did not know that. That actually interests me.
So the armor smith
Wait,
works on
hold
helmets.
on. This is a big ass forge.
Well, yes, it's one of the biggest in the region, right? So,
God.
there's an armor smith who's working on helmets, right? There's a weaponsmith who's working on spearheads, right?
I guess I'll walk up to the weaponsmith and start a conversation with him.
Okay. So you understand that they are, busy in production, and the weaponsmith, he's like in charge, right? So he's like supervising, assisting his apprentices in their work, and you're gonna come up and talk with him, right? Let's see how he reacts to that. He is uncertain of you, not good or bad. He's kind of ignoring you, right? So he's talking to his staff, supervising them. What do you want to do or say to him as you approach?
I'll say, excuse me, sir. Could I borrow a bit of your time, please? That's okay.
It's not good or bad.
Neutral, most likely.
So he will react normally. It's not extremely helpful, or it's not bad either. He just kind of says, sure, just a little bit of time. What's up? What do you need?
Is there by any chance like something like an old town nearby here? Could it be like an old settlement that's nearby town that you've heard of or not?
Kind of shrugs and says,
Jesus.
I'm not too sure. I mean, I know as much as everyone else. There's the local ruin to the east being resettled. There's the sandstone castle ruin to the northeast. I think a group of adventurers just came back from there, reporting a recent casualty in their group.
Yeah. Well,
In the meantime, as you converse with him, we're gonna go back to TOOSIE. TOOSIE, you went up to one of the apprentices at work, right? Does it matter what kind, or is there a particular kind you're looking for, or just a random apprentice?
Can I get the armor smith apprentice?
Yep. All right, so yeah, you can tell Max is talking to the armor smith, but you're gonna go up to his apprentice, right? So, and what do you want to say or do to the armor smith apprentice, who's right now at this time, he's hammering away at some metal, right? Trying to get into shape.
Get into shape. Okay. I guess I'm gonna ask what he's working on.
He reacts normally, not extremely helpful, and not extremely negative. So he just kind of tells you, or actually, wait, you have a -1 charisma. So actually, he's hammering away, and given who you are and how you look, unfortunately, he just ignores you, right? You're just a commoner, and he's hard at work. He kind of just keeps focus, right? Um, he doesn't lose his attention toward his work, right? He pays close attention to his work and just keeps going, right? He does what he's supposed to. You want to keep trying to talk with him?
Nah. I'll go look for the other apprentice, the weaponsmith apprentice.
Okay, and if you get to him, what do you want to say or do?
Well, what is he doing? Can I know that first?
Yep, he is currently, you can see that he is setting up, what looks like, he's setting up his work table. So he's at his work table, he's like putting gear over the table, like his tools, right, which were stowed away. It looks like he's getting ready to sharpen some already forged spearheads, right? So based on that, he's setting a whetstone down. He's got the spearheads ready. He's got some towels, some water.
I guess I'll ask him what the towels are for.
Okay. His reaction is normal, so he just says, "Oh, the towels have multiple functions. I use them to kind of clear off the table of debris, wipe down the spears, help kind of buff them up, or whatever it might be. Just keep things kind of clean and orderly. Nothing too serious. Afterwards, so I've got separate towels for oiling the spears and such. Right now, I'm getting ready to sharpen them."
Oh.
He's
I
got a
see.
few spearheads on the table.
Can I follow up? Who ordered the weapon?
You have a -1, so he reacts normally. He says, it's not extremely helpful. It's not negative reaction. He just kind of says, like, a general idea. He said, well, I'm not too sure who orders them. They just come and pick them up. If you want more information, you can talk to my boss. And he points out the weaponsmith, who is supervising, a different apprentice at this time. He's got multiple staff under him, right? So you can see his boss, right? The weaponsmith. He's kind of helping training one of the newer apprentices who is not working at this time. Instead, he is kind of just learning as the actual weaponsmith is showing him how to do something, right? So he's hammering away at just a lump of metal, right? A small lump of metal. Maybe they're getting it into the shape of a spearhead, right?
Okay.
Yes, just hold up. You can join still. Yeah, but it's Wiffle's turn. All right, so TOOSIE.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I'm thinking I'll go to which one of my teammates is conversing with the armor smith right now? Okay.
Not me.
Yeah, Max. I'll hang around Max then. I'll take the weaponsmith apprentice first time.
Okay.
And then I'll go and hang around Max.
All right, I'm gonna move us to the session channel. I just realized we're still in the voice chat, so I'm just gonna move us down there. Okay. All right. So yeah, TOOSIE, after your conversation, you're gonna join up with Max. All right, we're gonna head back to ZRILL's scene. So ZRILL was talking to the blacksmith, right? ZRILL, what was your next question for him, or what was the next thing you were trying to do?
I'm gonna tell him, hey, I'm gonna be the greatest adventurer ever of all time, and anyone who helps me along the way will surely become legend. How about you give me something free to help me fight the undead and
Motherfucker.
All right, let's see how he reacts. That's an 8 plus 0. So he's not sure. He's like, I'm not too sure. Listen, I've heard that too many times. Do you got any maybe collateral in exchange? So I know that this deal is maybe a little more legit. Maybe you can prove something, like bring back some precious metal.
I just-
In exchange, I'll
How about I
give you.
just flex my? I could do that, or I could flex these huge guns, and I like pose and I flex my muscles.
All right, he seems not so impressed. He kind of shakes his head and says, I've also seen that too many times, and nothing comes of it. Maybe you put those muscles to work at the forge here.
Oh, it's such a respectable job, but I think that's a hard no for me. I'm an adventurer.
He reacts negative. He says, well, maybe you should get back to work then, because we need to get back to work as well. Have a good day. Right. And he walks off.
Okay.
All right. You also notice at this time security is at the forge is approaching your group, right? Who's kind of bothering the production. So, local security watchmen who are in charge of, protecting the this very valuable production site, right? So they're approaching your group who is kind of hassling the workers, right? So, you guys might want to get on your way soon, right? Unless you want some issues or more problems to discuss. Anyway, as that's going on, back to Max and TOOSIE, and then TYRION, you'll get a turn in a bit after them. Let's see. So Max and TOOSIE, you guys were conversing around the armorsmith area of the forge, right? Max, did you have further questions or actions with the armorsmith?
I'll say, what? I'll just say, thank you for your time, sir. I hope you guys just have a good day. And I'll just wave him goodbye and just leave.
Okay, well, unfortunately, it was a negative reaction, I think. Let's see, your charisma is 11. So not what you were hoping. He does not return the gesture. Instead, he goes back to work and ignores you for the rest of the time, right? So he sees that your group, yeah, does not pay you the same courtesy. Say, as soon as you are starting to thank him and everything and taking up his time, he's already moved on, right? Back to work. So, and then as that goes on, TOOSIE, you joined up with Max, who was saying his goodbyes to the armorsmith. You notice that not too far away, a few of the village watchmen are approaching, right? Security personnel, right? So, they're approaching the scene, right? Maybe they want to figure out what's going on here. 3 travelers hustling or hassling the workers on this site. Well, TOOSIE, now that you're with Max, what do you want to say or do?
So, why exactly did we come here?
Information
About
if there's any treasure or ruins nearby. That's why I was talking to the armorsmith.
shouldn't there be a cartographer? They probably would have been the better option.
Holy shit.
Yeah, we're supposed to know things
I never
about
thought of
armor,
that.
right? Cartographer might know things about mapping the region, right? Adventurers are innately
In any case.
cartographers, right? They go into the wilderness and into dungeons. They usually are supposed to be the most knowledgeable. So they have multi purposes, right? Multiple purposes, including mapping. So it's one of these skill sets adventurers should have, but many don't have. Let's see. Usually the captain of the crew, the captain of explorers will have a map. So anyway, given the situation, TOOSIE, do you have any further questions or actions as you're chatting with Max about the situation?
No, I'll just wait after that. I think
Okay.
I'll just wait, yeah.
Yeah, I think you two are waiting on ZRILL to finish up, and I think ZRILL's about to finish up too. He was flexing his muscles at someone. Security's pulling up. All right. we're gonna go on to Steven's turn, Tyrion. So you're a little late to the scene, but today, of course, we're in the village of Togen, and a force of 3 was gathered, and they set out for the smith this morning, the forge. So you're at base camp at the campfire. If you want to go regroup with them, you saw, or before they set out, ZRILL, Max, and TOOSIE gathered and set out to the village for the forge to gather some information. Do you want to join up with them or something else, Tyrion?
Yeah, I'll join up with him.
Okay, yep. So the whole time, Tyrion, you were on your way, and by the time you get to the forge, you see ZRILL and Max and TOOSIE are out there. Excuse me. Max and TOOSIE are not too far away from the armor smiths. ZRILL's kind of conversing with the blacksmith, and you can see that local watchmen are approaching ZRILL at this time, right? What do you want to do? Do you want to just join up with them or
okay.
something else?
Um,
They're split up a little bit, so you either can go up with Max and TOOSIE, who are at the armor smith, or you can go up to ZRILL, who's at the blacksmith.
don't think I've got any copper to spend. I guess I'll just watch over the party and be ready to leave.
Okay, so you just watch them from a distance. ZRILL, it's your turn again. So you were just talking to the blacksmith. A watchman pulls up to your position, right? He's in charge of guarding this post. So he comes up to you. He's got a shield slung over his back. He's got a spear slung over his shoulder. In his hands, he's got a crossbow loaded with a bolt, right? He just walks up to you and says, "Good morning, sir. Is there anything going on here?"
Yeah, I'm just looking for some information. I need to find some runes. I'm an adventurer. I got these big muscles, and I need to use them on stuff that isn't normal labor. That's so boring. I gotta crush some skulls.
I'm crying, bro. Oh
All
my
right, he
god.
reacts negatively. So as he's hearing you out, he stops you kind of halfway and says, "Sir, this is not the right place to do that. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you to leave."
I'm gonna ask him for some free stuff. Hey, okay, yeah. Well, before I go though, you got any rations or copper you can spare, fella?
You fool, you eating bitch.
All right. He is kind of confused, not sure. He says, "So are you all right? Is there something going on?"
I laugh and I'm like, okay, never mind. I leave.
This guy is the equivalent of human greed, I swear to God.
As that was going on, we're gonna go back to Max and TOOSIE, right? So you guys saw ZRILL get confronted by one of the guardsmen, right? Do you want to take your leave? You can see that another guardsman's pulling up to the scene, right? This one's approaching the two of you who are also hassling the forge, right? Do you guys want to take off, or do you guys want to talk with them?
Best not to run. I especially look at especially look at Tyrion.
Yeah, the job of the guardsmen, is to take charge of their posts and to, challenge anyone at the scene, especially, strange people like yourselves, right? You guys don't work here. You're slightly armed. You're kind of hassling production, right? And you might be up to no good. So they're gonna make sure that you're actually, authorized, or at least if you're not authorized, you're not up to any trouble, right? So yeah, a guardsman will approach you. You don't run off. So let's see his reaction to your group. He's helpful and kind to the two of you. He says "Good morning. Sorry to bother the two of you, but I just noticed that you might be a little confused. Do you know where you are?"
I guess we do know where we are, but one of our friends wanted to go here, so yeah, we're here just to gather some information. But I guess asking some blacksmith isn't a good idea, isn't it? I laugh awkwardly.
Wait, can I follow up?
Yeah, what do you want to say instead as he says that?
Well, after he finishes talking, I'll look at the guardsman and I'll ask him about. Well, we're looking for treasure, I'd assume. So I'm gonna ask him if he knows about anything.
Okay, so you want to ask him "Hey, do you know where any treasure is?" Or
Yeah. I'll be like, oh well, the questions we were asking these armor smiths are or regarding any treasure that might be in these lands. Would you happen to know of any lost treasures we may be able to recover?
So he's hearing you guys out, and he's a little uncertain. He says, "Yeah, this is definitely not the right place to be asking those kind of questions. If you're looking for anything to be forged, or you're here to submit an order, this is the kind of place. But I'm sorry, but our job is to protect the personnel here, you know. And if you are all right with it, I'm gonna have to ask you guys to leave and maybe ask elsewhere. You know, from what it looks like to me, from a distance at least, it looks like you're maybe trying to rob the place. You're asking where the money is, where the goods are, and it doesn't look really good from where I'm posted, you know. Especially if you pull it with weapons on the scene, it just doesn't look too good. It looks like a robbery. So,
I like hide my behind my back. I'm like, oh, whoops. Starts
yeah,
whistling.
and then yeah, he says, if that's all right with you, I'm gonna have to ask you to step off the property and take off and ask your questions elsewhere, if you don't have anything for the forge.
Understood, sir. Sorry to bother you guys' time, I guess. And I'll walk away. I'll walk away, just tapping TOOSIE's shoulder as I walk away.
Okay, so you all three are taking off now. You guys see TYRION, one of your past crew members, has arrived to the scene late, right? Maybe he's hoping to join your crew. But yeah, as you can tell, like, you know, pulling up to a production site like the forge, which is very important to a medieval society, with weapons and such, and you're not authorized to be there, it just looks kind of like a robbery, right? Especially if you're just asking for money, asking for goods, like you got free things. You know, you look like solicitors, robbers, right? A bunch of like hoodlums, right? Just messing around. Production site. It just doesn't look good, right? Anyway, you guys take off. So, yeah, TYRION, it's your turn again. You see your group is kind of taking their leave from the forge. What would you like to do? Do you want to just join up with them or something else?
Yeah, I'll join up with them, and I guess I'll say, like, guys, we've explored a lot of the lands east of here. I think we should explore south. South and southwest.
I agree. You know, I heard there was an orc war down south. Maybe there's a battleground that has some weapons.
Well, I'm not going into battle, but you know, maybe we can find a cave or something.
Yeah, so I think the war's over.
We stand no chance against the organized army.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there's loads we haven't explored.
All right, sounds good, guys. Before we continue, actually, I forgot to give Steven a chance to prep, if that's all right with y'all. Steven, was there anything TYRION needed to do before you joined up with the crew?
Do you have any copper? No, I don't think I do.
We'll double check. Let's see. You didn't join too late, so we'll give you a chance to prepare. Let's see. You can find your record, that is. Alright. Nope. Oh, here we are. Okay. So you've got 0 coppers at this time. You also consumed all your rations. So in between adventures.
I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
I'm Gucci down now.
Alright. Good to go. Let's see. Alright. So yeah, with that, what is our party's next move? You guys need more time to discuss the situation. I think we're going over whether we're gonna set out south now or something else. Any questions or concerns? Any other topics?
Yes, did you guys gather any information on the southern woodlands or southwest in the hills or where like that?
I only got information about the old ruins and the sand houses from the.
Oh. Yeah, well, we can't go to the old ruins. So if it's the ones to the northeast, we can't go there. But we can go south or southwest one.
Yeah, we could.
But if it's a different runes, like, do you know where the runes were? Did they say?
Actually, hold on. What do you guys think? The possibility of going back and seeing more of those things again.
No,
Like,
well,
it's-
if they're talking about the northeast runes, we can't go there, right? Unless you want to die.
Guys, I'll be right back.
Was it a different runes? Okay. Was it a different runes or was it the same runes? Or what runes were you talking about?
Is it different rooms? Wait.
Where?
I didn't get. Oh shit! Never mind. I didn't get any information about the new runes. Only like the one you guys came. You guys came from. The one where Oliver died and a different one. Which
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, yeah, we can't go to those runes. Our best bet is either if we want guaranteed, a guaranteed fight, northwest into the mountains next to Dresden with some skeletons, or we can head south, which I mean it's up to you guys, but
I think
we need a cleric to be honest to deal with that.
we have a cleric.
No, but an actual cleric, a qualified cleric.
Ouch.
That kind of hurts.
Wow. Okay.
The one that can actually turn undead. That's what we do.
Yeah, you know what? Fair enough.
It's a
My pride
bludgeoning
is
weapon, right?
What you
Okay.
say?
Wait, who? Drill, you have like a mace. No, a club, right?
Yeah, I got a mace.
Okay. Okay, we might have an issue then.
There's
No.
a minimum of, I would say, 7, 3, 11 skeletons.
Oh, I
There's
know.
a minimum. There's a minimum of 7 skeletons. There's a minimum of 1 ghoul.
I'm not worried about like the amount of numbers there is in the about skeletons. I mean, I cannot personally affect them. I have a spear. I poke stuff.
Stop them.
I poke flesh. These are bones. I can't poke bones.
You can still hit them. I mean, yeah, I think we should just go southwest. There's hills, I think, to the southwest. I mean, we've travelled along. Problem is with the rest of the land is, yeah, the plains to the southwest of Dresden is cooked. Well, you don't want to go there.
What's wrong there?
There was like a giant nest that we saw, and then when we were passing through a forest, there was like this giant snake.
Eat it.
It's a humongous snake that we saw.
wait. So the giant snake would be worse to fight than the platoon of undead?
Would you like?
Um,
Would you like to fight a skeleton, a giant snake size skeleton, or 11 snake size skeleton?
I don't know. I mean, to be honest, it's all bad, but like,
I know. Okay.
anything's going to involve risk, right?
It's my
But the
chance.
least risky is south or southwest. That's the least risky.
Okay. So, skeletons. Skeletons are kind of not so bad. Undead, they're quite fragile. All we need is blood.
Skeletons are that bad, to be honest.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
Well, they are. Boy, they outnumber us, right? Need a big crew.
Yeah, we need bludgeoning weapon. We can cut them, yeah, but we need to destroy the skull. So we have to destroy the body.
Wait, I have a question for the DM.
GM's okay.
We'll be back real quick.
Oh, okay. Because I have an idea. How hard would it be to make a bunch of long torches, like torches as long as spears? Because the
Well,
fire
if we
doing
long pole and if we have a rope, a torch or lantern.
Wait,
And a
does
long
anyone
pole.
have a torch? Wait, does anyone have a torch?
I have a torch. I have a torch.
Okay, good. Yeah, south to southwest, that's what I'm saying.
I will stop a bit for a bit.
But the other options are kind of cooked.
But anyways.
Maybe we could use the beast.
Okay.
The beast that is currently barking behind Max's camera.
Yeah. Sorry, that's my
I
left.
think you can actually get a dog in this.
Yeah, but
You
I
can.
don't have
So
enough
fun.
for it.
They're not too expensive, but
You say too expensive. It's like 2 silver and 5 copper.
yeah, but they're kind of they're not useless. I mean, they're just to the point with a dog.
Wait, hold on. I just realized something. These are undead. These guys can still grab weapons.
All right, guys.
Yep.
Sorry about that.
Hi.
Let's
Hi,
see.
DM.
Hello.
Wait, you said that I could pick up sticks, right? During character creation.
Yeah, if you want to go out into the
How big
woods
are the
and
sticks? Yeah, no, how big are the sticks and can I make them into long torches?
yeah, it's possible. If you go out into the woods, you can definitely collect some sticks of varying sizes, as is reasonable, right? To make torches, though, is a different process. You will need to find enough material to create a reliable enough torch. Most of the torches in the village are very cheap and very reliable. So to make your own would take more time than what might be worthwhile and might not be as reliable, right? So depending on what you use as the fuel source, right? Whether it be sap or cloth, oil, right? So you can definitely make your own, but you already have one torch, and it's a very good torch.
I see.
I just realized this is a mining village. Torches here are hella.
Yep, so
Okay,
torches
well,
here are roughly the
seems to
average
me-
price.
Yeah, it seems to me we're stuck between a rock and a hard place right now. We either face one big snake or we
It's
face
non-negotiable. It's extremely dangerous.
Yeah, okay. So that means we only have one option then, which is facing the Okay, well,
We're not
today
out
is
of
a good
options.
day to die.
We're not out of options, right? There's south and southwest, so may as well check them out first.
Okay then. I'm good with whatever you guys choose.
No, fine, yeah.
We should have a big
Alright.
party later, so we can go take on the skeletons.
Yo, Tyron,
So,
heads or tails?
I mean, heads.
Okay. I don't have a coin with me, so fuck. Alright, we're going southwest.
All right, so Max wants to head southwest of here. ZRILL, what's your move?
Yeah, I'm gonna go southwest too.
Okay, and then TYRION, I think that was your idea.
Yeah,
wanna-
south,
Okay.
southwest, yeah.
And then TOOSIE, what's your action?
I'll follow the group.
All right, sounds good. So looks like you guys are venturing southwest of TOGEN, right, into the wilderness. All right, so here's the known campaign map as of right now. We're in TOGEN, out here in the mountains. We're venturing southwest through the mountains into barren hills, right? Okay. So it's not long before your party, of course, leaves the valley in Togen and makes their way through the mountains, right? Your rate of movement is, I think, medium footman rate, so 2 miles an hour. In the mountains, it's 1 mile an hour. This is about 0.75 miles away. So, let's see, that would take your crew about 1 hour to get to the edge of the mountains and into the hills. On your way out, we'll check for any encounters, any wandering monsters. Nope. We'll check for navigation.
Oh, well,
Alright, and we'll check for the weather. So these rolls help us determine how things are going in your travels. Today's weather, let's see, scored a 7, so double check what that means. Alright, let's see. Alright. Today is a normal spring day. It's a little windy, a little breezy, but not too bad. It's like a fresh, clear breeze out here. So good weather, nothing too bad. The trees out here in the valley, they just kind of rustle, right? It's a peaceful, calm day. No signs of any monsters out here in the valley. And otherwise, it does get a little tricky out here in the mountains. And instead of seeing hills, which is what you were expecting, maybe based on past campaigning or mapping, you find the forest instead. So your crew has ventured through the valleys, but they maybe took a route that was a little further south instead of southwest, right? So instead of seeing the expected hills, you see forest up ahead, which indicates that you might have gone off course slightly, not by choice, right? Kind of just by accident. So you're in the forest now, beyond the mountains, and to get back on course, since you already have the area mapped, you might choose to go a certain direction, or you might just continue southwest through here, or south. But given that you're somewhere in the forest now, do you guys want to backtrack? Do you want to just continue moving in the direction that you think is southwest, or something else?
could explore the forest. Go southeast, maybe. See what's
Southeast.
in here.
Okay.
Yeah, see what we can find.
All right. Let's hear from the others. ZRILL, Max, and TOOSIE.
Hello. Yes.
Yeah, what's your say? Tyrion makes a suggestion that he thinks your group might just continue through the woods southeast instead. What do you think?
Yeah, we could go southeast. Do a whole.
Well, I mean, seeing as I'm just a beginner, I don't really have any right to argue with whatever choices they make. I mean, I'm talking from like an in-game perspective.
Okay,
Like, my character probably wouldn't contest any of their decisions.
sure, you could. However, just bear in mind, your life is on the line, right? And they seem just as uncertain as you, right? They're not too sure where they're going, right? We're all kind of headed out into the
Well,
wilderness. So don't be afraid
Okay, well,
to speak up or share your thoughts.
okay, well, in that case, southeast.
Southeast still? Okay. ZRILL, how about you?
Yeah,
What do
yeah,
you
just
think?
southeast.
Okay. It's your choice in the end, right? If you want to be more, I guess, passive and let them take the lead, that's fine too. ZRILL, let's hear from you. Or the Kingo, are you AFK?
Oh yeah, no, I'm here. Sorry guys. What's up?
What's your move? We're in the forest right now. Most of the party wants to head southeast.
Yeah, let's go to southeast then, and I'm gonna scan around with my eyeballs, see if I find anything.
Is there something you're looking for? Or
Yeah, I guess a really nice rock.
okay, because yeah, we're all Everyone's eyes are
Like
open
a
at
good
this time.
fist-sized rock.
Yeah, fist-sized rock.
I'm gonna
sure.
be the. Can I be looking out for like a cave or any like I don't know smoke or something in the super hard forest, so any indication of life?
Yeah, I would
Yes.
notify you if any changes such as that. But as of right now, you don't see any. Would you like to take some time to further observe? You can take 10 minutes if you want to
No.
thoroughly. Okay. But yeah, so far through the mountains, out here in the woods, you're looking for any caves, any signs of life. So far, there has been little to none, right? Maybe there might be some animals. Is that something you want to know, if there were any animals on the way? Moving forward, we can slow
maybe
down
not
and
mine,
observe for tracks or sounds of animals and wildlife. There's been maybe
No,
small
I don't-
bits.
No, I don't want to look for tracks.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just continue southeast, I guess.
Okay, just keep moving through the land, exploring,
Yeah.
observing for anything of interest to your group, which might involve monsters or treasures, right? That is maybe what you're looking for. Maybe a cave, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So I'll alert you if you see anything that might interest your group. Sounds like what's interesting to your group is, of course, what you're looking for, monsters and treasures, and maybe a cave that might have monsters and treasures, right? ZRILL, it's not long before you find yourself a rock before we continue southeast. Yeah, there are plenty of rocks in the
Hell
forest.
yeah.
But how do you want to carry it? Do you want to stuff it in your sack? You want to drop something? You only have 2
Yeah,
hands.
put it in my. Yeah, I got a pouch. Put it in my pouch.
Okay. All right, that's 1 pound added to your load. And you have no pouch, but you do have a sack. So that sack is very stuffed up with a lot of equipment. Now you've got 2 rocks in there. 1 hand-sized rock shard and 1 normal rock, about your size or hand size as well, but not a shard, just a rock. So
Yeah, blunt one. I want a blunt one.
well, if you want one that's like not rough on the edges, you're looking for a stone, which stones are usually found in rivers. They're smooth. This is a rock, so I just found it in the dirt somewhere.
Hard. Do it.
Yeah, or I'll just take the rock. Maybe I'll trade it for a thing later. I don't know.
Okay, sure.
Oh, she's right. There's no rock here.
All right, well, as ZRILL acquired his rock, the rest of the party continued southeast. So let's see if we find anything further southeast through this part of the woods. All right, so that's for the contents out here. The dice are telling me what's out here in these parts of the forest. And it's telling me so far that there might be something of interest out here, something somewhat valuable to your group. Aside from that, we're gonna check for any signs of monsters. Oh, there are monsters out here. Okay, and then we'll check for signs of let's see, the weather's easy breezy, should be like that for most of the day. We'll check for a sudden change. Nope. And then we'll check navigation as well. Things are going well. You seem like you're moving southeast because so far you just see the forest. And we'll see if you come across these signs of monsters before the signs of valuables, right? So monsters, initiative 4, valuables, initiative 4 at the same time. So something guarding something valuable, basically, or maybe they're together in some way. Let's find out what kind of wandering monster we're dealing with. Signs of wandering monsters. This is the wrong book. Okay. So we're on the forest. Okay, so we're gonna roll, see what kind of monster we encounter in the forest here.
Shit.
Okay. 6-5.
That's not something we want to hear.
Okay, so it's completely random. All right. So on your way through the woods, let's see if we're surprised or not. Our party is not surprised. This opposition is not surprised. So at the safe distance of maybe okay, at the safe distance of 110 yards, right? Your party, of course, you're in the forest. Actually, we're in the forest. We're going to reduce that distance to 110 feet. So 110 feet out, somewhere in the forest, your group comes along, signs of life out here, right? And possibly signs of maybe something valuable, right? Usually things that have value, of course, to your group. There are some indicators. In this case, indicators include smoke in the distance as you come upon a hill, and signs of life encounter includes tracks, humanoid tracks. These tracks are maybe twice or 3 times the size of a man's, but they are human in shape, right? There's
They're
smoke
twice or 3 times.
2 to 3 times the size of a normal man's foot, right? So a normal man's foot is maybe about, you know, a foot long, right? This one's about maybe almost 2 to 3 feet long in size, maybe, right?
Damn.
Pretty big feet out here.
Like I said, not something we want to hear.
And they're human shaped, right? So they've got like, you know, toes and a foot, right? But they're about twice the size as your feet. Twice and about
Well,
just
guys, there's
twice
only
the size.
one of it, right? It's only twice the size. We're like, you know, as mass goes, we got numbers on it. Yeah, we can probably take it.
How many toes does it have?
We'll say like 5 toes.
5
5.
toes.
Yeah.
Do we see multiple or just one?
Good question. Let's see. Let's see. And oh, wrong die. Oops. Okay, so you see just one set of tracks.
Okay.
And they're headed in the direction of the smoke.
Do we?
I mean,
Do we follow?
we can scout it out if you guys want.
What do you guys say?
I mean, honestly, like, what are we gonna do? Steal from him? Like, we should just like leave him alone.
No, let's steal from him. We're looking for treasure, are we not?
I mean, we are. I mean, okay. I mean, I shouldn't have said anything.
I should have been a thief.
I say we
instead.
actually. I say we head west. I mean, wilderness encounters are normally like very, very hard, so I think we should just head west.
Yeah. Plus, we're in the mountains. We have no idea how actual tall this guy. We know
We're in the forest.
We're in a forest right
Okay,
now.
yeah.
Dense woodlands, a jungle.
No.
We come across the signs of a giant footprint, right?
Oh boy.
Do you know what I say we at least scout it out. What do you guys think?
What?
I say we at least
Honestly, I
scout
don't-
it.
I mean, we can, and we can go past it. I mean, that might be the direction we want to go.
Yeah. We could, but
All right, let's
at the
pass it
same
on the
time-
way.
Well, I say Ethan can my character go up and like scout it, I guess, stay in like the trees and the bushes, but try to scout out the area.
Yeah, you want to
to,
sneak
like, the
up
spot.
toward the. You want to follow the tracks and sneak up after the tracks?
Yeah.
So by scout,
yeah,
do you
not
mean to
obvious-
just observe and report back to your group, or do you want to?
Yeah,
Just be a-
observe and report back. Yeah.
Okay. Is the whole group going? Is he just kind of scouting ahead as you guys move towards together, or are you all staying back and letting him do this by himself? How is this gonna go?
Let's let him scout ahead by himself because it's easier to escape or to sneak when you're not in a group.
True. I'll just pet Tyrion on the shoulder and say, you got this. You said you want to be a thief when we all first met. Go chase your dreams. Sneak up, tell us what, and come back and tell us what's there. I pat him on the shoulder.
I want to be a thief, not a ranger, but sure. Yeah, that's I'll go
I said
explore.
thief.
Yeah, no. But yeah, let's go explore. I'll go check it out. Can I leave my sack with TOOSIE?
Sure. TOOSIE,
Yep.
you acquire his sack. It's full of all the supplies and tools that he owns.
I found my treasure. I will now return to the town. I'm kidding. Okay.
Call it a day. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess I'm
This guy
just
can-
gonna wait for them then.
Wait for Tyrion as well.
Wait.
Okay, because Drill and Max are wanting
Okay,
to wait.
wait.
It looks like. How long do you guys plan on waiting
I'm
for him?
wondering because
Sure.
no, wait, first I'm wondering because wait, so one person leaves. What's the possibility? But before the person leaves, is it possible we could get ambushed while separated?
Probably not, but
Yeah, I think so.
looks like they were patrolling, but you just hide.
I think it was like every hour that we wait, it's like a chance of encounter, like guaranteed.
All right. In that case, yeah. Okay, so I guess I'll be holding the supply and trying to lay low.
Yeah, let's give him like 30 minutes.
Yeah, we should all like hide at one place when he leaves. Stay in the same area, but different. But we all hide.
All right. So it sounds like you guys agree to stay back and hide, and maybe hide in different areas or different. Or it sounds like the same area, but maybe slightly spaced out
Yeah.
behind like thickets and briars, trees and such. Do you guys want to be on the high ground, in the valley, or on the hill? Because you're in a forest, right? It's not extremely flat. There's valleys, there's hillsides, there's hills, the top of hills. Do you want to be up on a hill? Do you want to be on the side of a hill or down in the valley?
High ground.
High
What do you
ground.
guys think? High ground.
All right, high ground
Well,
allows
I
you to
do
see
have a
more things,
screen.
but allows other things to see you as well a little easier, right? So there are some drawbacks to being in the high ground, right? You're a little more higher up, you're more of a beacon, so you can see a lot more, but a lot more can possibly see you as well, right? Up on a hill.
I guess we're not in a fight. Yeah, we're not in a fight. So I guess, medium ground.
Okay, just on the hillside, so behind a hill.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go behind the hillside. And I'll just,
Okay. Yep. And you want to be like on the opposite side of the hill in which the tracks are headed. So the tracks are headed southeast, so you want to be on the northwest side of a hill, so you've got coverage. Or do you want to
yeah,
be?
let's do that.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, that's what ZRILL says. Tyrion Max and TOOSIE, do you agree with ZRILL? You want to be on the northwest side of a hill, behind trees and cover, concealment, or something else? Max and TOOSIE, do you agree with him, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with what he says. Yeah.
All right, and then Tyrion, you're just gonna go straight southeast after the tracks, tree to tree, sneaking, rate of movement, half speed,
Yeah, it's sneaking. Yeah,
Alright.
sneaking half speed. Yeah.
to avoid being surprised. Sure. All right. Yep. You sneak up. After the tracks, you follow them closely, and tree to tree, you make movement southeast, and eventually, you come toward a clearing of the trees. So where the trees have been smashed and kind of peeled apart, there's a bunch of like it's just a clear area with a bunch of stumps everywhere, right? So in this clearing of the woods, you find about 20 feet away, right? Is the edge of so there's a 20-foot gap between your tree line and the edge of their camp. Their camp consists of a very large fire that's made out of trees, basically like a half a tree tall, right? So about 5 to 10 feet tall bonfire, right? Sitting on the hillsides are men twice your size, right? A community of giants, right? They are just gathered around a big campfire and they are roasting meat over it on sticks, right? On saplings, right? So they're using saplings like little cooking sticks and they're just roasting meat over the fire, right? Some of them are feasting on it, but these men are about twice the height of a normal man, so about 12 to about 12-ish feet on average, right? Normal man's about 6 feet. They're 12 feet tall, right?
So how many was this, sorry?
Gathered so far from what you can see in the clearing, right, in the woods. They're in a clearing. They're seated on on some flat ground so they can make their camp. So you're basically at this time you're kind of on the side of a hill, but on the top of a hill where it's kind of flatter and cleared out of trees is where their camp is. So you had to climb up here, right? So you climbed up the hill. You're looking on the high ground where it's more flat and even for them to build their camp. And you're just kind of looking upwards at them. So far from your angle, you see, let's see, 4. Okay. All right, and that would be, let's see. You see one large male and one large female, and 2 smaller ones that look like children, right? Younger ones, but the children are the size of a man, right? About 6 feet tall, right? So a giant woman, a giant man, 2 giant children. Their backs are to you for the most part, except for the man. The man is looking outwards, right? So he's just kind of like his back is toward the fire. He's looking southwest, right, or looking westward.
Yep.
Just kind of like, looking outwards, right, as the others are kind of like cooking food at the fire. So he's on watch, but he doesn't see you.
I guess
He's looking in your direction, kind of, but he
I'll head
doesn't
back.
see you.
I'll head back to the crew.
So a family of giants, right? They look very let me describe. And you only see 3, but there might be more. You only can see because you can't see the camp clearly. You only can see the west side, right? But it sounds like there are more,
Yes.
right? So you only can see half of it, maybe only the west half of the family. There could be more out there, but let me give you an idea of how they look. So again, they're 12 feet tall. You can see one of them. It's a male, huge, 12 feet tall male. And to better describe him, he's very hairy, very brutish looking, right? Very, strong features, like well built, right? Brutish, right? And he looks a little slow looking, right? Like based on his face. And he as he's munching on some food, you can see next to him is a huge tree, kind of club looking, or club item that looks like the size of a tree. It's got, studs in it too, made of like stones that he's jammed into it, right? So that thing will probably hurt to be hit by. So a 12-foot tall giant of a man, twice the size of a man, right? Small community of giants living out here. All right, you're headed back. Okay, you've scouted out the position. You've got a rough idea of how many are out there. Okay, the rest of your crew waited for a while. As you guys waited, did anyone want to change up their action? Like, did anyone want to take off running, or did you guys have anything to discuss? You guys want to go after him? It's only been about 10 minutes since he left. So ZRILL, Max, and TOOSIE, anything you guys want to do as you wait?
Oh, yeah. I want to do some push-ups.
All right, Max and TOOSIE.
Then taking any opportunity just to flex his body.
Wait. Okay. I'm gonna play tic-tac-toe with myself
Okay,
in the dirt.
sure.
All right.
And then Max.
I'll keep a lookout to see if I see anything.
Any particular direction, or do you want to kind of rotate?
I'll just look. I'll look north.
Look north, kind of back the way you guys came. All right, sure.
Yeah.
During your time sitting away, we'll see if there was an encounter. Very low chance, but still a chance. Yeah, it had to be all ones. Right. Well, after about 10 minutes or so, maybe 20 minutes, because he snuck back, TYRION returns. TYRION, you made your way back to your group. You snuck all the way back.
Yep. I told the crew, I say, looks like there's a colony of giants out there. And we best to get out of here. Because, I don't think they'll take kindly to us being on their territory.
Are we sure that they don't? Are we sure that they're hostile? What if we could ask them where the treasure is, where the hidden treasures may be?
Hey.
Well, giants like us, I think. They're greedy bastards. Look at how they eat, so, let's get going.
Yeah.
All right, then.
If we even.
I'll take my sack back as well. Easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had his sack back, and I trust his judgment.
It's
All right.
best not. It's best not research.
We are technically at halftime, so we'll give you guys a 5-minute break, the whole group, to do anything you guys need to do in your break. So take 5, and then we'll continue after that.
Fuck.
Dude.
Guys, we gotta do something about these dice. Like, is there some sort of ritual that we can do in real life to make our luck better?
I don't know. You mean?
I mean, we could pray,
Yeah.
We can pray. Guys, everyone hold my hand. Join me in this prayer.
Yeah, we'll do
Lords of D&D, Mithra, and who else is a god?
Can Vecna ascend, or was he stopped?
By the power of the absolute, please bestow upon us great bonuses in all of our rolls. Amen.
Yep.
Amen. But honestly, we should try. I actually was about to recommend that we could go back to like the first area of the fucking was it
We may as well head west. I mean, we may as well explore this region and find out what's going on down
yeah,
here.
if we went back to the thing and I don't think there was a holy sanctuary over back where over at town. If there was, I'm assuming its goals at the fucking God's outpost, the abandoned one, the fucking thing made out of sand. That might it might be a good way to get rid of those guys. Just like
use the holy water as a pest repellent.
Do you have holy water?
Fuck no.
Okay, well, that was a pointless suggestion, wasn't it?
Yeah,
I'm a
but
cleric. Can I bless the water?
no.
Oh man.
You're not trained enough to be a cleric.
Gang. D level 0 sucks.
Yeah, but it is a way to learn. But
Yeah, but you know, like the harder you work, the better the payoff. I guess. Like it's fun to be a noob. All of a sudden, like when you're a high level, you're like, oh man, we're just like steamrolling everything. It's
Not in
old.
these games.
It's old.
Not in these games.
Oh no. I just always
No.
fucking hard. Okay.
Yeah, it's always hard.
There is no easy session. Every session is hard. Yeah.
It
I
gets
mean, the
easier.
first time I
Like you have more of a
Wait.
kit, alright? You have more tools when you level it up, but it gets easier. It's not easy though. It's still hard.
because you're never gonna get above like being a 2-hit. The HP is really low in these sessions. The first thing.
yeah, but at the same time, you're playing a cleric. You're guaranteed to be level 4. You're guaranteed to have 4 hit points.
We've had high hit point players. I mean, highest hit point player I remember was like 30 or something, like 30, 40 hit point. Really, really strong.
Dang. That's crazy work. Wow.
But
You know, I kind of do
normally,
want to do some more. I want to steal stuff. I think stealing might be a good thing. We just gotta
Yeah,
figure out how to
wait.
like group stealing.
the problem is with stealing is that you'll build a bad reputation, and then the question is, where do you sell it? So, I guess you could go town over and sell it, but you'd probably want to get to know like some kind of thief-ring guild or something.
All right, gentlemen, it's been roughly 5 minutes. Hopefully, that was a long enough break. We're gonna get back into it.
All right.
So we left off with your party finishing their observations in the forest. We sent a scout out. It was TYRION. And he came back and reported. So from here, we're in the northwestern region of these woods. How do you want to proceed?
I say we head west.
Right, west. Okay. What about the rest of the
Yeah.
crew?
Westward.
West. West.
Okay. All right, 2 west,
West.
3 west. TOOSIE? TOOSIE, do you have a say?
Hello. Sorry, we'll go west. Yeah.
Okay, the whole group wants to go west. Right. So your party starts traveling west through the woods. Let's see if we find anything out there. Okay. As you travel every hour of marching, there is a chance of encountering wandering monsters. But you're not just traveling, mindlessly. You're observing for anything of interest to your group, which might include, it sounds like so far, life, treasure, monsters, and caves. Let's see, we'll check for navigation as well. Things are going well. Check for a change in weather. Nope. And we'll check for what else out here? Okay, yeah. So signs of life. We'll start with wildlife, since you're observing for any signs of life. So small game encounters, there were none. Large game encounters, there were none. Contents out here in the hills. So far, nothing. Well, you got through the woods. You ventured into the hills. You got about half a mile out into the woods, and half a mile out into the hills. So you're somewhere in the northern region of the hills, right? Somewhere out here in the northern region of the barren hills, and you've seen no signs of any caves, monsters, life, or treasure, or animals. Nothing. It's just been barren, grassy hills. Do you want to continue westward through the hills, or do you want to venture south, or something else? You're in the northern region of the hills.
Let's
Middle
just
region.
continue going west.
I'd say we
I
head
say,
south. That's what I recommend.
I mean, we could, but I want to keep going until we do find something.
Yeah, but if we're going
Yeah,
at
but
this
if
rate,
we-
we might not find. Yeah, but
If we
If
go
we-
west, we're heading back to Hawaza. Alright, based off of that.
and we are not welcome there. Literally not welcome.
Maybe you're not
Okay.
welcome now. Oh, no.
What did Max do?
I didn't do
don't know,
anything.
look-
Is what actually no, Tyron Yoko ZRILL did.
What
Okay, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, ZRILL. Yeah, no, I can see that. Okay, then we go south.
Wait, what happened?
Oh no. I'm just mentioning our first spawn.
Yeah, I
Okay.
mean, they threw me in jail, I guess, but they let me out.
Yep, south you can.
Oh,
All right, venturing
wait,
further
our
south.
first spawn, you mean the, okay.
Yep.
Well, I've heard from Max and TOOSIE. ZRILL, do you agree to head south with them or something else? We're somewhere in the northern region of the hills.
Yep.
We found nothing so far. All right, further
Do wanna go
south.
south.
Okay, in the hills, by the way, we move 33% slower, and our rate of movement is half speed because we are medium footmen. So 2 miles an hour switches to 1.5 miles an hour since we're slowed by 33%. So technically 2 miles, 2/3 of 2 miles is about 1.2 something, right? So we'll roughly say about 1.5 miles south per hour. So let's see. Okay, so from here to the south edge of the hills will take us about an hour, or a little less than an hour actually. Yeah, we'll say about 30 minutes maybe. So if things go well, we'll check for any signs of contents out here, any points of interest. Okay, let's see. So that indicates that there might be something hazardous up ahead. Besides that, we'll check for any signs of monsters southward. We'll check any for change of weather, navigation, and lastly, do you guys still want to observe for any signs of wildlife?
Yep.
No,
yep.
not really.
Yeah.
Really?
No signs of wildlife in the barren hills. Bear in mind,
okay.
since you left Togen today, it's been about a few hours, so it's about 10 o'clock. It's getting close to lunch hour pretty soon. But yeah, you pressed through the barren hills, the grassy hills, and there was an encounter with something out here, particularly something maybe a bit hazardous to your group. Right, so, let's see. Yeah, you found a chasm up ahead, right? Somewhere in the middle of the hills, there's this kind of chasm, like a ravine. Is that something you guys want to check out?
Okay.
A natural chasm, right?
Yep.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I guess, yeah.
All right. So you guys want to climb down? How do you guys want to get down there? No, you have no rope.
I don't.
You want to just
I don't
look
want to
down
climb
there?
down. I
Oh,
wanna,
okay.
like, yeah, look down, see what's going on.
All right. Yeah. So out here, you come across the chasm. This would pose a hazard to your group if it was dark. Naturally, you're in the barren grassy hills. If you were riding across the hills and you had no light or whatever, or the weather was harsh, you could ride into the chasm, possibly, right? Or you can walk into it, right? Fortunately, it's daytime, and the only chasm or the only hazard it poses to your group is that if you were to try to move across it, you would probably fall through, or if someone would push you off the ledge or something, right? Or force you off, that would probably kill you. You can go around it. That's the only kind of problem it poses to you at this time. It's just in your way, right? This long ass chasm. So you just kind of slows your group's movement. But looking down into the chasm, it goes pretty deep into the earth, right? It's a natural chasm going underground, probably caused by an earthquake or something, right? So just this huge cut of earth, right? Huge opening in the ground, going deep underground. It just looks very hazardous, very dangerous to go down. It's dry, it's not wet, right? Just going really far underground.
You spot any life down there or like anything to know?
We'll check. Nope. Nothing. Just an empty, barren, deep ass chasm.
Yeah,
Might be worth exploring in the future if you've got some ropes.
yeah, we need adventuring, we need our timing there.
Yeah, jumping down is going to be a bad day.
I guess we'll go around it.
Alright, yep. So just slow your cruise progress. You go around it and continue south then, or?
I guess so.
Yep, continue south.
Alright. So just to double check our progress in time, we spent about an hour in Togen, so that took us to 9 o'clock. Spent about an hour getting through the mountains southwest. That took us to 10. Went southeast, took us to 11, roughly. We had the situation with the giants, took us to 11:30. Ventured out westward to the chasm, we ventured out westward, took us to 12:30. Checked out the chasm, took us to about 12 or 1300, right? So, and then 13:30 will be at the south side of the hills, maybe, or maybe 13:10. Right, it shouldn't take us too long, but it's 13:30 before you get around the chasm, and before that, you guys are feeling the pain of hunger. You've been marching and exploring all day. Do you guys want to push on without eating? If you do, your next encounter might be penalized, right? So you guys want to eat rations? We've got 6 rations carried by Max at this time, so you can spread them out. And actually, I think
Yes.
one character didn't eat at all today, so he's very hungry. TYRION, right?
Wait, who's that? Oh, Tyrion
He
hasn't.
didn't eat anything yet. Yeah, his belly's been grumbling.
but- I guess I'll just keep a lookout for any like small game or large game or anything.
Actually, I think I still have like rations, don't I?
Yeah, do you want to pass them out so we can have lunch? It's 13:30. So before you guys go around the
Yeah.
chasm, you guys want to eat?
Yep.
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right. And yeah, the main penalty to, of course, not eating is that you would eventually get a -4 penalty, which is maxed out. After you max out your penalties for hunger, then you are incapacitated, and then your hit points begin to drain. And once your hit points start to drain, your max hit points start to drain. And once your max hit points drains, then you die. But also there's a limit. If the max cap is 30 days roughly without food. 7 days you become incapacitated no matter how many hit points you've got. So you can't.
Yep.
Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, 30 days max, you just lay there and die slowly of starvation. Yeah. If you don't eat enough food, of course, you'll lose weight. And weight, of course, is important because if you lose weight, your strength and constitution will be going down, by the way. So if your character doesn't eat normally per day, you will start to lose constitution and strength, which affect how much you can carry, right? So Tyrion's already pretty skinny. He's a low constitution, low strength, so he's a frail little boy. All right. Let's see.
Real little man.
Very skinny guy. All right. Well, yeah, you guys ate lunch, and now you're feeling a lot better. Okay. Yeah, Tyrion might need to eat double lunch right now because he missed breakfast. So if you want to feed him double lunch, so he doesn't lose weight or anything, you'll lose 5 rations right now to make up for it. Is that okay, Kyle?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're down to 1 ration left. Kyle compensated the crew with rations, or I mean, if you feed the party, you should be compensated near the end. So if there was any profits, you should be paid back for, the supplies you provided to the crew. Okay, well, yeah, lunch is had. You scarfed down some food. Took us about 30 minutes to finish. You guys probably hydrated too, so you found some create to drink from. Chance of sickness 1 in 20 for each character. I just rolled randomly, and no one got sick. Okay. You drank some creek water. You ate some food. You warmed by a fire, small fire, from the little amount of wood you find out here in the grassy hills, maybe shrubberies and all that.
Yeah, but
Okay.
did we spot any like small game or large game?
While you guys ate,
Probably.
we'll check.
Yeah.
Nothing came out here. You know, the most valuable areas to have good game chances, I think, are the mountains and forest. But I'll double check actually. Chance of foraging, which is in adventure actually. Foraging. Okay, I think it's jungles, mountains, and swamps have the highest chance.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't know
Aerial, barren, desert, forest, hills have 2 and 6. City, clear grasslands, settled lands have 1 and 6. At least for wandering monsters. For hunting, 1 in 6 chance of encountering animals. So per hour, 1 in 48 chance. Suitable for eating. Okay.
Wait, you can encounter a monster in the city. Is that possible?
Yeah, I mean, it would be a city encounter though. So monsters in the cities might be like criminals, right? Like
Oh, okay.
outlaws, right? People who want to do messed up things to you in the town, right? So
Makes sense.
all right, well, let's continue forward. So, yeah, the party left off having lunch. It's 1400 hours, so 2 p.m. Typically, most adventurers only work an 8-hour shift. If you work longer than that overtime, you'll stress your character out. You guys only have 2 hours left of the shift, right? Because you need to decompress for 8 hours and sleep for 8 hours. You can work overtime, it's fine. It's just if you're willing to lose hit points over it or stress out. So, let's see. Yeah, you guys have 2 hours left. You guys want to get back to town, wrap it up, or do you guys want to push on and camp out in the wilderness?
I want to at least check out the southern town.
Okay, reach the end. Yeah, see what's out there.
Yeah.
So get to the end and then start heading back to Togen. Okay.
I want to do that too.
Yeah, all on board. Just scout out the southern lands. See what's out there.
Or could we go to like the tallest hill and maybe spot anything out? Look spot.
Yeah, just observe.
Out those 3 tiles.
Okay, so
Yeah.
the issue about the barren hills is having hills blocking your vision further out. Plains and such, like grasslands, since they're so flat, if you get on the few hills out there, you can see like 2 to 3 miles out, possibly on a good day. Hills, on the other hand, naturally, if you look outwards on the tallest hill, there might be another hill further out that might be too tall to see past, right? Given the rotation of the earth and all that, right? Blocking your line of sight on what might be behind the hill that's blocking your view, right? So I would say from here on your side of the chasm, you get to a tall hill, you look out there, see if you can see past the hills southward to kind of identify what might be further south. And I guess we'll roll to see if you guys can actually see or scout out from this particular hill. We'll roll to see if what out there is visible from your current position. And I will say that there's a 2 in 6 chance you can see past the southern hills and into the southlands. Okay. So I'll let you guys roll it. Whoever wants to roll it, whoever's your scout or mapper.
I'll roll.
Okay. The rest of you are just
1d6.
Yeah, 1d6. 1 or 2 indicates you see past the hills to the south.
4. No, we don't.
All right, yeah, there are too many hills, so you'll have to move further south before you can observe. Right now, all you see are hills, right? So if you're on a hill looking south, you just see more hills. Okay, southward. All right, so your group continues further south, and let's see what we see further south. Yeah, because there are 3 major things that will stop your view: the rotation of the Earth, precipitation, and other natural features like other hills, right? So let's see. Yeah, your party's continuing further south. To get to this particular part, that's a half mile. Rate of movement is in the hills is 1.2. So it should take you about half an hour to get there. So right now it's 1400, so 1430 is estimated time of arrival. Okay, we'll roll to see if there are any encounters. Chances are super low. Are you still observing for any signs of wildlife as you guys make movement?
Yeah. Well,
And
large treasure.
Everyone's on board with this? Any objections to the south movement? No?
No.
Okay. Navigational error, none. Change of weather, no. And no new contents. Well, yeah, half an hour goes by, you pass through the hills, you get toward the south, and it's not long before you can see further out and observe the terrain further south. Turns out to be more hills.
Oh, damn it.
So the barren hills continues far to the south. Alright, so we've scouted out the south regions. We've got an idea for our next expedition, unless you guys want to push further out. But you're at the edge of these hills and the next stretch of hills to the south, right? Looking south or looking west and east, you can't really see what's out there. Actually, we'll just randomly roll to see if you do. Okay, you can kind of see what's out here, fortunately. So, to the southwest, you can see in the far distance, there's a change of terrain. It's forest instead, so the hills become a little more wooded to the southwest. So you scout out different grids for future exploration, right? Right. You guys want to start making your way back to Togen, or do you want to push out? It's only been half an hour, so it's 14:30. So you still got time to push out if you want.
I think we can push east if you guys want to just see. Oh, I was going to say, in the southern lands, do we, like in these barren lands, do we see any smoke, any signs of civilization or anything like
Yeah,
that?
sure. We'll observe for any signs of that. Let's see. To the south, you don't see any signs of civilization. Southwest, it's hard to tell because there's trees in the ways. But you're looking into the hills so far, zero signs of civilization.
I'm down to check east. You guys see that next grid and then head back. You guys want?
Okay. Man, there's nothing out here.
Yeah,
We haven't
follow
explored the
Tyrion.
tiles.
We haven't gone through it yet, though. We're just at the start of it. So if we push through, you might find
Yeah.
contents within the hills.
I mean, or we'll find hill giants and they fuck us up. So let's not.
I think we've already encountered some today.
Exactly. This is probably where they like actually live. We should leave before they come back.
Yeah, ZRILL might
There's
have a
no-
point here.
There's no signs of them. They seem to live in the forest. So
Best
I'll
not
say
to
we
go.
Well, they
I'd say
could
we
be
just check
cloud
that east.
giants. They could be cloud giants. They could be floating. Okay, that's a cloud giant. I'm joking. Yeah, let's go east.
Okay. To east, what about Max and TOOSIE?
I
In,
guess I'll follow this. And
Yeah, we're
probably-
just following.
Wait, yeah, actually, never mind. I don't have any questions.
Okay. Well, all of your actions so far has just led us to observation of the terrain, right? Discovery of new areas that you might explore further in the future, but zero profits. All right. Further east we venture, and to get to the edge of the hills eastward, it's a half-mile march. Marching at the rate of 30 minutes per half mile, so it should take you only about 30 minutes to get there to observe further southeast. Are you moving just east or southeast?
East,
Okay.
just east. So staying along the border. Yeah.
Sure, yeah, headed toward the woods. All right, we'll check for any encounters on the way.
I guess it's just shorter, right? Like,
Yeah,
so-
I mean, if you do that, yeah, it is shorter. Plus, it's closer
Yeah.
to Togen. If you wanted to head back later.
Yeah.
No wandering monsters. Wildlife, none. And let's see. Navigational error, none. Change of weather, none. Contents, none that you can tell so far from out here. Let's see. Terrain type, looks like forest up there to the south. Or so as you move eastward, it becomes more wooded. Right, so the stretch of forest continues south. So you're headed toward the woods now. Okay. So we got trees southeast of here. Nothing was encountered on the way. Because it's
Yeah, so we head
currently,
back.
yeah, 1500. So you got an hour to head back to base before you get into forced march status.
Can we stop? Can my character stop at the hamlet next to Togen, to the west of it?
Oh yeah, it'll be easier to get there. You guys want to
Yeah.
stop there?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop there because then the next adventure can go a lot straight south.
All right, pay a visit to the hamlet. Yeah, up there. Sounds good. All right. Let's see. Any objections? I think Tyrion's leading us back to base. Or back to civilization at least. Maybe not back to Togen.
Are we on like a trail that we can refine? It's just like south of the hamlet.
There's no
Where are we?
trail out here per se, but yeah, there's a route that you guys have been taking. So you've been moving through the valleys of the hills.
I want to dig a hole.
What do you mean?
Okay.
I want to dig a trap.
Where would you want to dig it out here? Where you're about, about 2 miles out from civilization.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Like just off the side of the trail that we're on.
Okay. So
I wouldn't recommend that.
Why?
Well, those giants come along and they find something in your hole, they're gonna eat it, aren't they? So
True.
Nah.
come on.
We've done nothing today. We should at least do something.
Yeah,
Well, we could have gone to the.
we might spot some game on the way back, or we can hunt that. Or you can dig a hole, in the plains. You have a high success chance there.
Yeah, okay.
all right.
Planes on the map again?
It's the
These
hamlet.
are plains, these little grass indicators.
Oh, okay.
The hills are pretty barren too, so they're kind of grassy, barren.
We're gonna dig a hole. You better help me.
Your crew is growing in exhaustion though, bear in mind. So to dig a hole further would increase your
We don't really have the muscles of ZRILL, so
exhaustion is a penalty. If you gain exhaustion, your character will be physically incapable next adventure, right?
Yeah, my character doesn't have the calories to burn,
Like-
so
Damn it. I'll just do it myself.
Okay.
yeah, I'll be watching out for any game on the way back.
If you can find some sticks to cover the hole with while I'm digging, that would cut the time.
all right, I'll find the sticks. Yeah.
Okay, wait till we get back to the plains though. Let's do it in the plains.
Sure. Yeah, okay, that works.
Okay. So yep, Tyrion, TOOSIE, Max, and ZRILL. We're headed northwest. Any objections, questions, or concerns? We're still kind of between the forest and the hills right here. Right? We're trying to figure out where we're gonna go. Whether or not we're gonna dig a hill out here or a hole, right? Okay, so northwest, northwest, mostly north.
Yep.
All right, we'll start with the hills. See if we can get through the hills unmolested. Wandering monster
I
encounter.
want to get molested.
Wild animals. Nothing. Navigational error. Yes. And let's see, weather change. No. Alright, so on your way northwest, mostly north, you eventually found yourselves moving through the hills through kind of familiar terrain. And instead of seeing what you were hoping to find out there, which is maybe the grasslands, you actually come across the chasm not too long after. So you kind of went further northwest instead of north-northwest. Does that make sense? So slightly off course. You came
Yeah.
toward the chasm instead. You found the chasm as you move through the valleys. Right. So now that you're moving up onto the chasm, you can reroute and start moving northeast, or you can just push on around it and move north. What do you think?
Yeah, just push straight north. Around the
Okay.
chasm, obviously.
And yep, eventually you get to the plains, and the plains continue northward. Right. You can go northwest, north, or northeast into the plains. You want to just push north through the plains.
Yep, straight north.
This
All right, and you move
is
2
this the
miles an
spot where
hour.
we can dig a hole.
You guys want to dig a hole here between the hills and the plains?
Well, you can dig a hole, but my character isn't strong enough.
It's
and doesn't have the
14
calories,
or it's
so-
15:30 right now.
Yeah.
So you got half an hour. If you work longer than half an hour, your character will gain exhaustion. So you can spend half
I
an
don't
hour
have a
digging up
shovel
a
either.
hole.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Fine. You're forcing me to go back to the Hamlet. I get it.
I
Getting
mean, it's
stronger.
up to you. There's a trade-off, right? So maybe if
I mean,
we
I think you
yeah.
should dig a hole. If you want to dig a hole really badly, dig a hole, but look, we don't have the tools. That's a problem.
I have a
tools,
shovel.
time, and energy, let's see, are at the cost. He's got a shovel, so that's definitely proper for production of a hole, right? It's
Yeah, I
just
could dig the
the
hole. You guys
yeah.
could gather the debris.
Uh,
Bear in mind,
Well,
you
he's
still
digging
need
a hole
energy
rather
to
than-
march back, right? You got a half a mile through the plains to march back. Unless you plan on staying out Heresville for the night after digging your hole.
No, let's do it in the morning.
Okay. We wrap it up at the Hamlet, of course. You guys will not be exhausted, and we'll start up another game not too long after this one then, since we didn't play a full 3 hours. So
yeah, so
yep, you guys will make your way to the Hamlet. We made a little bit of progress today, nothing too serious. And given that we're more limited in game time these days, you know, we definitely want to make more progress per game. So, yeah, we'll
Yep.
make it to the Hamlet. And the Hamlet, by the way, I don't think anyone's really paid it a visit yet. It's a startup settlement, right? Just a homestead, right? Like a few settlers here. There are only about 17 people living here. So,
can I ask someone what the name of it is?
roughly 17 out here, plus or minus 10%. So about just 17. Yeah, you get toward the Hamlet, you ask them for the name of this settlement, right?
Yep.
All right. And let's see. They're calling it BEIMERSTEAD. So BEIMER stead. STEAD. BEIMERSTEAD.
Okay.
There are about 17 people living here, plus your crew now. So you guys, let's see their reaction to your group. If they're hostile or not. They're neutral toward your group, so you guys are welcome to. You're not exactly welcome, but you're not. They're not against you making camp here. So, a bunch of foreigners or travelers just stopping for a place to rest and maybe a place to shop for some food or supplies before they move on. Yep. So we'll wrap it up here. Any questions or concerns? Anything you guys want to do after the expedition? I know we didn't eat dinner, so if you guys are okay with it, someone will spend some money to feed the crew dinner. Since Max already has one ration on him, it'll only cost 1 copper to cover dinner. Anyone want to cover it? Dinner expenses?
Well, how much food are the salted fish that I got?
Oh yeah,
Because I could just
you have
buy
3
that.
pounds of that. So if you use your salted fish and we use the ration together, that will feed the whole crew.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. All right. So tonight you didn't have to spend any money on food because we already had it. So, all right. You are now all well fed, right? A little bit of bread passed around. Mostly tonight's dinner mostly consisted of salt fish though. So a little bit of fruit, a little bit of this and that, but mostly salt fish. But yeah,
Makes us faster.
so
Your brain.
yep, and you rehydrate. The village has a well they dug up, right? So drink up from there. And that'll be it for now. So yeah. Any questions, concerns,
Yep.
feedback, or anything else you guys need to do after the expedition? Otherwise, your characters should rest up.
None. It was a good first session for my new character.
Yep, no one died. No monsters or treasures killed or captured or whatever, right?
We survived.
Yep, we survived. We scattered out new
Maybe-
grids to explore deeper later on.
Maybe TYRION got a little bit of XP because
Tyrion,
it depends.
he scouted out their position but didn't do anything about it. So it's like information you can act on in the future. But technically,
Yeah.
you only gain experience if you hunt monsters or treasures. So just looking at them doesn't really give them any experience. Escaping them without them noticing is just not dying. That's your reward. Not getting attacked or not, being noticed is the reward, right? So, all right. Well, thank you guys for playing. I hope to see you at the next one. Take care.
See ya.
You go. Peace.